It's not looking for something that's quiet or searching for anything at all. It's, I am quiet, putting down everything that feels like it needs mental attention. I'm smiling a bit because in trying to find words to describe the experience right now, I'm noticing there's so many ways I could describe what I'm experiencing as suffering and struggle and pain. But the simplest experience of the truth is, simplest words is that in this moment, I'm receiving very clear signals from my body to surrender, to rest, to even maybe take a nap and drink lots of water and do very little. I'm feeling a little bit sick or a little bit something, and I'm not sure what specifically is going on, but the signals are really clear. This body is asking me to stop and rest. And I'm really grateful that I have the time to do that. I have the freedom and flexibility to do that. And it's so simple just to choose rest. And really, this word surrender is so much a part of what I'm calling rest. It's like even in meeting with you, and I've been working already today, meeting with clients, doing work, doing things that need doing. Yes, I'm applying effort where it's necessary and appropriate. But in this meeting with you, it's refreshing because I feel that I can be honest and put down the sense of needing to do anything. So just a moment ago, you asked, what are we going to do with our meeting time today? And I said, I feel like I can't really take the lead today. I feel more inclined to be passive. And that's true, but not limited. It's a real test to be surrendered and still show up for this conversation without needing to do anything, and to be available to tell the truth simply, expressively, colorfully.
Yeah, you spoke about being in a more passive state, and here you are leading our podcast conversation. You spoke about having the time and flexibility to allow yourself to rest, but what really stuck out to me as well is to receive the signal you're getting from your body takes a certain openness as well. To actually listen to what's coming through, get the message, and then surrender as a result of that.
When I hear you say that, I'm aware that there's a silent yes, 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 yes. Ah, it's simple. I'm not doing surrender. I'm aware of these very clear signals and just only yes, nothing more needed. Quiet.
What you're talking about really sounds like an internal rest. Because most people, if they're not feeling well, they might physically rest their body, lie down, not move much, maybe take a nap, take it easy. But what I'm getting from you is this internal rest. And I mentioned to you that I felt like this was a good topic for our podcast today because you really are showing up with an energy that is deeply surrendered, quiet, and restful.
Yeah. I notice that it would be very easy for me to pick up being someone who's gonna push through and get something done anyway. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, how many of us have been there? Not feeling 100%, but yet pushing through anyways. So tell us what's the result of the other side of it to really fully surrender.
What shows up really clearly is how the expression of, sort of pulling myself together and showing up with this I'm going to do it energy results in a struggle of then needing to get support from the outside world. So I would be complaining, looking for someone to tell I feel so sick, I don't feel good, and looking for quiet and support outside of myself when what I really want is right here and not touching that urge, that impulse to inflate and achieve something. It's easy in a very different kind of way. It's I am quiet. It's really it. It's not looking for something that's quiet or searching for anything at all. It's I am quiet, putting down everything that feels like it needs mental attention.
Everything you're saying today is so relatable. Again, how many of us have felt sick and wanted to call up our partner or our friends or someone in our family and talk about how we feel and what's happening and get support and complain about it. And you're expressing this possibility to not need anything from anyone, to be complete within yourself, even in a moment of not feeling well.
Yes, and I notice there's a conspicuous absence of trying to force the body to get better very quickly. I notice it because usually that's really my focus. Get better as fast as I can, take care of, improve, got to see the results. And I'm just aware that that wasn't even on my radar until just now. It's no problem that the body is unwell and there are strange symptoms happening that I don't really like. It doesn't matter. My opinion about it has no meaning, no bearing. And sincerely, there's right now, if I have no agenda for the future, there's no problem.
Really love what you're demonstrating. And I would love to invite all of our listeners to just join in for a moment and open to what it would be like to not have any agenda. Doesn't matter if you're feeling sick or feeling well. This can apply to any and all areas of our lives, to drop our opinions for a moment, to not try to get something from the outside, to not try to get something from someone else.
and to not try to manage anything internally.
Yeah, so just in internal resting.
I notice also that resting includes not looking for anything internally. I'm not checking, I'm not scanning, I'm not seeking to define or identify or label or know anything. That's what I mean by surrender. I'm not looking for anything.
Beautiful. So then, as Gangaji says, to call off the search and to really let yourself not know anything.
To not have to figure anything out, to be free.
As I join in, I'm aware of this deep quiet, as well as a bubbling up of the emotion of joy and the fullness of love.
And I notice this body loves quiet, even feeling the word freedom. The body responds.
The word that popped up for me, which is thrown around quite a lot in our lineage, is stop. And yeah, there's such a deep enjoyment in stopping. It feels so restful. And it's contagious. There is a certain level of attunement that can happen. I know I've really felt it from you as we started our conversation. I think on a subtle level, we're all aware of that. You know, people talk about vibes, good vibes, bad vibes. So when you spoke of feeling like you're in this passive state, I didn't take it to mean like defeat or giving up or not caring. I really felt the surrender, active surrender. And when I had suggested that you could lead the conversation with what was happening for you, you said, okay. There was no resistance.
The truth is, it's really nice to have nothing to say fully. I experience right now fullness, wholeheartedness, openness, and nothing to say. Doesn't mean I have to force myself to be quiet or to withhold speaking. But from here, there's an opportunity to be truthful.
So funny that we're doing a podcast and you're saying you have nothing to say.
I mean, that's why we called it Speaking from Silence. This right here is why we called it that. What gets said when there's nothing needed? How does life live through each of us when silence is clear and there's no one withholding and no one controlling and no one trying to get something? And my experience is right now in this question, there's truly space for everything. What's coming up is arising in this silence, as if embraced, as if met by love.
I have nothing to say. Doesn't feel like anything needs to be added to what you already just said. It was articulated very well and feels like a really natural ending for this episode. Thank you for sharing yourself and what you're experiencing.
Yeah, it's really about the transmission that we can all feel hearing this. I myself, in speaking it, am touched so deeply. And that's what this is about. It's surrendering to that and letting go of the mind that wants to understand or figure out.
Yes, truly.
Thank you, Jonas, for inviting me to speak this.
Yeah, it was a gift for me and for our listeners. So thank you. Until next time.